Today, we're going to talk about a secret talk between Sheikh Hamdan and his dad, Sheikh Mohammed. This talk might help us understand what's going on in their family now. Sheikha Thani told her father-in-law about what's been going on with her and Sheikh Hamdan. She also talked about something interesting that happened between Sheikh Hamdan and Hadia Zen, his second wife, in Uzbekistan. This made Sheikh Mohammed and Sheikh Hamdan have a private talk. We don't know what they talked about, but it's important. Let's get into it and find out more about this story of love, secrets, and family problems. Let's take a moment to chat with you directly. We've told you a lot about Sheikh Hamdan's family story. What do you think about it? How do you think these secret talks and new information might change things in their family? We really want to know what you think, so please write your ideas in the comments. Your views are really important to us and make our conversation even better. Something big happened in Sheikh Hamdan's family story when Sheikha Thani, after having problems with Sheikh Hamdan, decided to talk to her father-in-law, Sheikh Mohammed. This wasn't just a normal chat. Sheikha Thani told Sheikh Mohammed about some serious things going on in her marriage. She talked about a special meeting between Sheikh Hamdan and his second wife, Hadia Zen, in Uzbekistan. This was important because it's not common for the royal family to talk about their private lives like this. Sheikha Thani's choice to tell Sheikh Mohammed these things shows she really trusted him and maybe felt she had no other choice. What she said was about more than just arguments at home. It was about sharing secrets that are usually kept quiet in their family. We can't be sure how Sheikh Mohammed felt when he heard this. As a dad and a powerful person in the family, his reaction is a big deal. What he says or does next could change a lot of things for everyone in the family. This secret talk might change how the family members get along with each other. As people watching this story, we are left wondering about a lot. What did Sheikh Mohammed and Sheikh Hamdan talk about after this? How did it affect Sheikh Hamdan's relationships with Sheikha Thani and Hadia Zen? These questions make the story of this family and their complex relationships even more interesting. A very private and important talk took place between Sheikh Mohammed and Sheikh Hamdan after Sheikha Thani told Sheikh Mohammed about her problems with Sheikh Hamdan. This conversation was kept away from everyone else and was a big deal for the family. We don't know exactly what they talked about, but it's interesting to think about. Sheikh Mohammed, being the head of the family and a very influential person, probably had a lot of serious things to say. He might have been trying to figure out the best way to handle the situation. Sheikh Hamdan, on the other hand, was in a tough spot. He had to think about his own feelings and also what his role in the family and public expects from him. This talk was more than just a family chat. It was really important and could change a lot of things for Sheikh Hamdan and his family. After the talk, Sheikh Hamdan seemed really upset, which shows that whatever they talked about was a big deal. We can only guess what they discussed. Maybe Sheikh Mohammed gave advice or made some decisions that Sheikh Hamdan had to follow. We also wonder how Sheikh Hamdan's own thoughts and feelings were part of this talk. These guesses make the story of the family more interesting. It shows how hard it can be to balance personal problems and family responsibilities, especially when you are a well-known family. The talk was a key moment in understanding what's going on with Sheikh Hamdan, Sheikha Thani, and Hadia Zen, and how they are handling their complicated family situation. We've just discussed the secretive and possibly game-changing conversation between Sheikh Mohammed and Sheikh Hamdan. What do you think might have been said in this private talk? Your guesses and opinions are really important to us. Do you think Sheikh Mohammed gave advice, set some rules, or something else? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. It's these personal insights from you that make our exploration of this royal family story even more interesting. We're curious to hear what you believe happened in that confidential conversation. After the intense and private conversation with his father, Sheikh Mohammed, Sheikh Hamdan sought solace in a place that has always been a source of peace for him: the desert. This trip to the desert symbolizes more than just a getaway. It's a journey into the heart of his own emotions and thoughts, away from the complexities of royal life and family pressures. The desert, with its vast openness and tranquility, has often been a retreat for those seeking clarity and calm, and for Sheikh Hamdan, it was no different. In the expansive and serene desert landscape, away from the public eye and the responsibilities of his position, he could reflect on the weighty conversation and its implications for his future, both personal and as a member of the royal family. Sheikh Hamdan's choice to retreat to the desert indicates a deep need to process and understand his emotions. It's a moment of introspection, likely filled with contemplation about his relationships with Sheikha Thani and Hadia Zen, and the expectations placed upon him by his family and position. The desert, in its silent majesty, provides a backdrop for this inner journey. This trip may also signify a search for answers or a need to reconnect with himself, away from the demands and scrutiny of royal life. It's a personal pilgrimage where the solitude and simplicity of the desert environment allow for a deeper understanding of one's self and one's place in the world. Sheikh Hamdan's return from the desert could mark a turning point in how he chooses to handle the ongoing family saga. Will this time of solitude bring new perspectives or resolutions? How will it influence his decisions regarding his relationships and responsibilities? This desert retreat is not just a physical journey, but a metaphorical one, representing a quest for inner peace and direction amidst life's storms. A big part of this story is about what Sheikh Mohammed, Sheikh Hamdan's dad, wants. He really hopes to see Sheikh Hamdan and Sheikha Thani have another child. In their royal family, having more children is very important because it's about keeping the family line going. But this is tricky for Sheikh Hamdan. He has to think about what his dad wants, which is a big deal in their family. At the same time, he has feelings for Hadia Zen, his second wife, which makes things more complicated. There's also the fact that Sheikha Thani is not just his wife, but his cousin too. This makes Sheikh Hamdan not too sure about having more kids with her. Sheikh Mohammed keeps bringing up this wish, showing he really wants to have a say in Sheikh Hamdan's personal life. It's a tough situation because it shows how, in their royal family, personal choices and family responsibilities are all mixed up. Let's pause for a bit and think about something. Sheikh Hamdan has to deal with what his family wants and what he himself wants, which can be really hard. You might have faced something similar, right? Trying to make your family happy while also doing what you want is tough. I'd love to hear from you about this. How do you manage when your family expects one thing, but you want something different? Let us know in the comments. Sharing these kinds of things helps us all understand each other, and stories like Sheikh Hamdan's better. We've come to the end of our talk about what's happening in Sheikh Hamdan's family. It's a story with many different parts, secret talks, a trip to the desert, and trying to make both family and yourself happy. This story is not just about a royal family, it's something many of us can understand. It's about dealing with family, making tough choices, and trying to find happiness. Thanks for watching and talking with us about Sheikh Hamdan, Sheikha Thani, Hadia Zen, and Sheikh Mohammed. Your thoughts make our talks even better. Remember to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss our next videos. We love seeing your likes, shares, and comments. See you next time, and keep letting us know what you think about this interesting family story. Before we say goodbye, here's a quick thought. This story about Sheikh Hamdan shows us that even royal families have to make tough choices, just like us. What do you think about all this? Please tell us in the comments. Also, if you liked this video, remember to hit the subscribe button for more. If you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. We've got more interesting stuff coming up, and you won't want to miss our next video. See you soon, and keep letting us know what you think.